For the first time, South Africa's water boards, the Department of Water and Sanitation, municipalities and leading academics will meet for a unified national dialogue that kicks off today and expected to run until Wednesday at Emperor's Palace in Boksburg. The aim of this dialogue is to build coordinated solutions to a worsening water crisis that spans cities, rural communities and neighboring countries. Ministers, water utility heads, scientists and municipal officials will confront infrastructure failure, governance breakdowns and the funding gaps driving chronic water insecurity. We speak now to Sandile Mkhize, who is the Chief Executive of Umgeni Tugela Water Board, about what success looks like for this dialogue and whether this gathering can truly change the water reality on the ground. Sandile, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Why is it important for us to have a national dialogue when we know exactly what the water crisis in South Africa is? Many academics will tell you we've known long how to solve it. What we require is the resources and the political will to solve. Why do we need a talk shop to get around to it?
Good afternoon and thank you for having me. The purpose of the dialogue is not to continue coming up with new plans, because we know, as you are saying, that what are the challenges we are facing in South Africa, but we are saying let's press a reset button. The reset that will say, let's stop what we are doing and then look at what is it that we can do and do it better, and put time frames and put resources, even if it means we have to pool expertise and knowledge so that we can be able to ensure that water problems, not only here in South Africa, but in the whole of Africa and the southern part of Africa, is addressed. So that is mainly the gist of the purpose of having this dialogue session.
Yeah, paint a picture for us about how dire the water situation in South Africa is.
When you look at South Africa as a whole, we have a situation whereby we are a water scarce country. The rain that we get, it's about 40% of the global average, the rainfall. But when you look at the water use in South Africa, we are using water at about 270 liters per person per day, as opposed to other countries where the average is about 173 liters per person per day. So we are using more water than the global average, yet we are one of the water scarce country. What compounds the problem is that in the build-up environment where municipalities are water services authority, we have seen through the blue drop, the green drop and no drop report that the water that we provide mostly as water boards in bulk to the municipality, half of that water goes to the actual consumers, and then about 50% disappears without a trace, which indicates the poor state of our infrastructure, especially in the recirculation network, and also the level of theft and vandalism of the infrastructure that we are having in the country, which mainly happens in the recirculation space where municipalities are operating.
Yeah, so two of those things don't reconcile for me at the moment, and I need you to help me make sense of it. You say that South Africa has an above global average water usage, despite being a water scarce country. Yet, on the other hand, half of the water that is pumped in South Africa is lost in reticulation, and only half of it gets to end users. So that average of South Africa, our per capita average, is it a function of water that's pumped, or is it a function of water that is calculated at the end user point, rather than just a blanket calculation?
When you look at water boards, which are water service providers that provide bulk, we measure the exact quantities of water that is provided to the municipalities. When the municipalities, we bill them for the actual water that we supply to them. But for the municipalities, you find that what they are collecting is not even half of what has been sold. And with half not being able to be accounted for, because either it has gone into the drain through the leaks in the reticulation network, or it has been taken up by illegal connections, people who have connected illegally in the municipal infrastructure, thus not paying for the water that they are utilizing.
Yeah, there's also been incredible governance failures in water boards across South Africa, with rampant corruption and mismanagement, failures of fiduciary duties, and other related problems. The Auditor General spells this out for us year after year in the Auditor General's report, and that needs to be fixed. It's not just a problem of competence, it's also a problem of integrity. How will a water dialogue solve that crisis?
As we have said, in the water dialogue, we have multi-stakeholders that are here, that are involved in the whole water value chain. Part of the things that we are discussing is how water should be governed. For an example, if you look at the water boards, there are now 7 water boards in the whole country. All 7, if you look at the Auditor General report of last year, achieved unqualified audit opinion, which is the second best audit opinion after the clean audit. But look at the municipalities who are part of the water value chain. You find that most of the municipalities, some have qualified audit opinions, some have disclaimers. Therefore, it tells you that there is a problem in this water value chain governance, which needs to be addressed. It doesn't only look at, the problem does not only affect the water reaching the consumers, but also the way the water is being governed, where revenues from the water are not utilized to be reinvested in the water infrastructure, but are used to cover other things that are not supposed to be covered by those revenues.
Yeah. Sandile, we're going to have to leave it at that. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Sandile Psychology Mkhize is the CEO of Umgeni Tukela Water and talking to us there about that water dialogue that is going to take place.